Hey Josie, you're mayor of Tofino, and I understand that you're also on the board of Leadership Vancouver Island on the West Coast.
That's right. I'm very privileged to have been involved almost from the start and sit on the board or committee that guides the whole Leadership Vancouver Island West Coast chapter.
Fantastic. What a success has been out there. Tell me about your involvement in it.
Well, I became involved as the mayor of Tofino when the organizers, the people with the initial idea and who wanted to start the program, came to the municipality and said, we'd like your support, some financial support to launch this program. And I climbed right on board and called up and said, how else can I help? And so I was invited to sit on the board and as well come and address the Leadership Vancouver Island sessions. And
Fantastic.
been able to speak as a guest speaker a few times, and it's been an absolutely marvelous experience.
Very cool. What kind of benefits have you seen for your community with the leadership program?
It's pretty hard for people to access leadership programs out on the West Coast without traveling out to Nanaimo or Victoria or Vancouver or doing something online. To have something right in town that people can join up and participate in is really unusual. So it's been fantastic to see people who I think maybe wouldn't otherwise have taken the opportunity do this, and it's also really drawn us together as a region because we were really purposeful in making sure that it was the First Nations and the two dominant non-First Nations communities, Tofino and Ucluelet, that were all a part of guiding the program and participating and recruiting applicants.
And that's been so neat to see the First Nations involvement in the program. What kind of benefit have you seen accrue to them through this program?
I think that for both First Nations and non-First Nations community, the whole Leadership Vancouver Island process has been very transformative. It's brought people together who would not have otherwise crossed paths, perhaps, in their jobs, and we have seen some really remarkable cross-cultural building of understanding and learning more about each other and our shared history and as well as our separate histories, and people who I think have really had their eyes opened from both perspectives, from both communities.
Yeah, the power of cooperation, collaboration.
Yeah, exactly.
Fabulous.
Just getting to know each other as human beings as well as understanding what makes us tick and all the things that we have in common, and we have so much more in common than not. So.
Absolutely. What would you say to people that are involved in cities, City of Nanaimo, other cities in the region, about the benefits of the program to you as an employer and to them as employees?
Well, we work hard to try to find a municipal staff member each year to take the program. And the District of Ucluelet has sent quite a few staff people through the program. The District of Tofino a few less. But I think there's nothing better than an experience like this for a staff person to become a bit more immersed in community and to understand what the potential is. And I actually think it's really important from the municipal perspective to get out there and understand more about independent business or private business or other institutions that are in your community. And sometimes we live in our little bubbles, and it's just as easy for municipal staff to do that as it is for anybody who works for a bank or for school or something like that. So to get out there and break down some of those barriers and learn more about their colleagues and friends and neighbors.
Super. You know, we talked earlier about your involvement with the whale watching incident and how you came forward as a leader and did such a great job with that, and also the First Nations experience in that. Did you see that perhaps the relationships that you had built through our leadership program assisted with that process?
I would say so, yeah. I think my history working with First Nations and the bridges that I've been able to build through being involved in LVI and other community programs are a huge part of being a person who is trusted and who can speak on behalf of her community.
Excellent. So what would you say to any other participant, prospective participant about the program?
I would say contact someone who's been in the program, talk to the coordinator, come talk to the board and learn more about it, and then put your name in.
Wonderful. So thanks for this time.
You're
This
welcome.
has been really a lot of fun.
Great.
Yeah.